else you got playing?
You know, I have a few girls. I have Shakita, I have Hazel, I have Alicia. Sorry, it's a lot of names. Wendy, and then on the WNBA side, myself, of course, Angela McCartry, Diamond Shields, and Brittany Griner. And for me, it was like, okay, how can I empower women? Well, let's have the women that you see in sports that are active.
And a look at the Warriors arriving earlier on. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Green.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Mavericks, Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Now Chris, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go, launches a three, and that's good. Steph Curry for three. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, that's a drop in the bucket for Mr. Curry. One of the softest three-point shots you'll ever see.
Doncic passes to Finney Smith. It's stolen by Curry. Goes up, and Curry with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And Finney Smith gets it to go. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
And here is Doncic after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one. He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah. And I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Thompson against Curry. Shoots. Thompson misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. That three off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one drops for him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Porzingis inside. Covered by Chris. They get it back. Finney Smith. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Curry can't get it to go. Mavericks trailed by three.
And with the Warriors, the strength of their defense comes from their versatility.
Yeah, they have a roster that can switch on everything. Guys like Draymond allow them to go small and not lose out on D. I mean, this team is very smart with their defensive schemes.
Here's Thompson. The Mavericks making the shot. Shoots over Curry. Thompson misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
They recover it. Curry finds Hardaway. Curry on the follow.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Thompson outside. Now the pass to Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, fans around the league love to hate Draymond Green for how outspoken he is. But I honestly believe the hate fuels Green. He loves to play the bag.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And the Warriors making a change here.
I love the explosive energy of Green. A great competitor. He takes pride in dominating his opponent.
Doncic outside. From deep. Another three for Dallas.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Wiggins outside. And again, no good by Golden State. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Hardaway, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. To the inside for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
He's perfect from the line this time. 8 seconds left to play here in the first. 1 second left. And Looney sends it back. It's a tie game in Dallas. And don't go away. We'll be back with all the great Golden State Warriors scores. Draymond Green.
I think there are times where one.
Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter, we've got Looney, and it's Poole in at the 1. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win. And so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. That's good from Berg on the assist by Barea. Berg's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs. Pass to Wiggins. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Pascal. Shoots over Burke. Pascal's shot is off. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Burke. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Here's Poole. 17 points in his last outing, and the shot is good. Mavericks leading by 5. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Barea kicks to right. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And in his 5th year out of Utah, DeLon Wright, 6'5", great size, Chris, for the point guard position.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, and I like this game. Now, check it out. He's a solid defender. He can rebound the ball. He takes care of the ball. You can win with guys like that.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws here for the night. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Barea.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Burke looking over the floor. Right outside. 1:41 left in the first half of the game. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Kerr. From past the arc, Burke can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 8. A pull-up, and the Warriors tank on 2 more.
End-to-end, Thompson is very difficult to match up with defensively. I mean, if you don't do it, that's the outcome.
And that one's good. Burke.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Thompson outside. Pass to Chris. That shot missing. Nice D from Porzingis.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
Chris finds Curry. Smailagic. The pass to Pascal. Thompson outside. Jacks up a 3. Kleba with the rebound.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Finney-Smith passes to Wright. Burke with it. Curry meets him. Burke with it. Porzingis. It's blocked. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing up. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Thompson against Curry. Right side Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. 8 points for Porzingis.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Thompson surveying the floor. Inside. Porzingis with the steal. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Finished off the break. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense in no time to react.
How about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Back to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Doncic has got 8 points.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Wiggins kicks to Curry. Over Doncic. That one off the back iron and out. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 15-point game on the wing. Thompson. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. That one no good.
It's still early, but a 1 for 4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Warriors trail by 15. Up top, Curry. He's got 11. Here's Thompson. That one doesn't go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Oh, great ball movement there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but it's just really struggling this quarter.
While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle and Jazz and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Dallas moving it around. Here's Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Warriors trail by 16. Curry deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Barea, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got 15 points.
An elite scorer in this league. Curry is so active, how he looks for his shots. He's as versatile as they come.
From deep, Barea. A shot off that time. From deep three-point range. No good there. And so it's Dallas, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Smailagić. Wiggins from outside. Can't hit that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And that one's good. Burke.
And he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Wiggins. Second chance shot. From downtown. Sinks the triple.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Now Burke. Missed inside.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
With the tip, it's good on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip.
White trying to break free. Here's Kleba. Here's Burke. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Outside Curry. Shoots over Burke. Curry can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 17. And here is Burke. Basket good. Burke's got 10 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Wiggins drives in. Kicks to Curry. Guarded by Hardaway. Tries from 16. Kleba with the rebound. Kleba's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Burke beyond the arc. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Curry with a wide open look. And that one goes long.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Burke can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 19. No good with the triple. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry comes in for Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Kleba with the bucket.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the 3 as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the 3-point line.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game. Eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to 0.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trey Burke.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
So it's the Warriors now. Passes it to Lee. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. It's good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Well, awesome. I know you're also involved in Gamer.vote. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so Gamer.vote, I think it's amazing because as gamers, we make up about 136 million plus gamers in the world, right? That's a lot of people, right? And right now, with everything we're facing, and you have a lot of social injustice.
bright lights and tall buildings of down. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2-guard spot. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Now, here's Thompson. On the wing, Wiggins. He's covered by Leonard. 5 to shoot from about 19 feet. The shot by Thompson, no good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Curry from deep three-point land. And another 3 for Golden State.
I mean, a pull-up, Jay, that is awesome to get a chance to see him on the floor, stopping on a dime, and pulling up.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
From deep. Wiggins finds Thompson. Off target from outside. The Clippers have gone 2 or 3 here to start up the game. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
And here is Curry. 6 points for him. Takes a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And now here's Chris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. You saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to hit more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just to reinforcing and stating the rules.
Thompson way outside. The long distance 3 is buried.
Practice makes perfect. Thompson is just lights out on these shots.
Here's George, and it's blocked. Out to Morris. Back to George. It's stolen by Green. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
To the wing on the left. From past the arc. But they get it back. Another shot. The Warriors pull it in.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Chris can't hit. Clippers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. A 3 from Leonard. Draymond Green with the rebound. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Green's checked in. And the Warriors making a change here. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And he banks in the layup.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Williams kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Green for the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Wiggins surveying the floor. Thompson inside the line, and the Warriors tack on 2 more. And Green launches it from deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors ahead as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
You can see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Looney, and it's Curry in at the 1. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now Shamet. He had 10 points in the win against Golden State.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe. Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him. Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter and hasn't made one since.
And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against Golden State. 1-on-1 here. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
It's tipped. And they're pushing it up. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Shamet. And that one is stuffed right through.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty. It's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's the choice of a lot of these organizations. Some owners want to do it, some don't. But I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Stolen by Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Green, no luck. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the left wing. Guarded by Jackson. Here's the pass to Pascal. Clock at 6. From about 19 feet, And the Warriors miss again. The Clippers trail. They swipe it. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. And Golden State also making a change. Thompson's checked in. From deep three-point range, that shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game. Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Jackson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Thompson against Zubac. Klay Thompson, and that's good. Thompson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Good awareness. Thompson gets airborne before the defender can close on him.
Jackson kicks to Shamet. Over Wiggins, and that one's good. Shamet's got 9 points in the quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Thompson inside the line. Morris with the rebound.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
The drive by Jackson. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Thompson for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. It's up a three. And it's Thompson again missing. 4 seconds left. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. It's time now to go courtside as we send you. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. And that'll about do it as we...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Great feel for the game. Curry likes this shot when he doesn't want to take it to the rim.
The Warriors shooting about 42% so far. And Draymond Green does so much on the floor. It's hard to quantify by any measurement.
And people have called Draymond a product of the system before. But I don't care where he is. Draymond is going to be a major impact with his defense and playmaking.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. On its way from Curry for 2. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Curry's got 10.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
Here's George, and yes, it's good. George has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wiggins drawn the double team. And the basket by Curry. He's got 12.
Tremendous day at the office for the former NBA scoring champion. Steph on a mission.
Pass to Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
George passes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Curry from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Warriors lead by 1. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. George with no one around. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Beverly's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
On the wing, Green, covered by Morris. The drive by Green, and the shot goes down.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Pass to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Wiggins against George. Curry outside. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside, George. Outside, Williams. Passes it to Shamet. 6 to shoot. Morris, left side. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Well, free throw shooting, such an important part of the NBA game. And as the 2-guard position goes, these have been the best in the league over the last 10 games. You take a look at Shamet, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a 3-point play the hard way.
Give them all credit for the work they put in to become such great free throw shooters. Trust me, it takes a lot of work to shoot those kinds of percentages.
Curry's shot is off. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 1. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him.
In attack mode, pretty much every game we see him, This time, Williams getting it done in transition.
Here's Curry. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Curry's got 11 in the second half. Morris with the ball. George, that's a two-pointer, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kept alive, and Williams is right there. And the Clippers lead by 1.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Curry. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Morris into the lane. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Morris has got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles. To the left side wing. Here's Pascal. Got it. Good job in the low post.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Here's Jackson. Great tee that time from Curry. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Leonard dishes to Morris. Back to Leonard. And that one is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. Thompson finds Green. Here's Chris, covered by Morris. On its way from Curry for 2. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
To the middle. Will it go? Williams can't get it to go. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Warriors leading by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Thompson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Taking the contact, almost using it to his advantage. Clay able to convert.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Chalk up 2 there.
As the game tightens, I like Lou Williams' mentality. Never gets too high or too low.
Thompson outside, and the pass to Curry. The shot from 20 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Beverly.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality. Takes the opportunity to step up.
Green, the pass to Wiggins. Thompson, left side. Pass to Chris. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard attacking. That ties it up.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard dishes to Morris. Oh, and they take the lead. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. George is checked in for Lou Williams. Curry kicks to Green. And the Warriors miss again. On offense, here are the Clippers. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Leonard. Great D that time from Green.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
George passes to Zubac. Leonard with the ball. By Chris, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Oh my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how the error will ultimately play out.
On its way from Curry for 2. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Zubac the pass to Morris. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beverley against Curry. 4 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Patrick Beverley is an irritant. You hate playing against him. Love playing with him.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. The second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Curry from deep 3-point land. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
You know how they say you don't miss something until it's gone? Thankfully, the wait is over. Because it's all back. Well, with a slight twist. It's the game you love, like we've never seen it before. 22 teams, all in one place, ready to make history.
And as things, the players love it. Thank you, David. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We take a look at the Trailblazers. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And, of course, the Warriors. Not really any threat right now as their record's showing a lot more losses.
And for Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Now, Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. McCollum deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And it's in there.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Cullen passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. And you look at the shot chart from McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Warriors on D. Lillard outside. They grab their own miss. Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. And Collins is right there. Collins has got his second basket. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it, Kevin. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Portland has possession. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. The putback.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And Wiggins throws it down.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
And in recent years, some called the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Here's Lillard after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. In the corner, Collins with it. That shot is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The shot by Curry, no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
McCollum, no good.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Simons, out to Anthony. Whiteside, high post. Outside Collins. Pass to Simons. It's stolen by Curry. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, give Steph Curry some props for triggering that break. He makes a great defensive play, and it leads to an easy opportunity.
Now, here's Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
It's Curry with the drive, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
The way I judge, whether we can.
You know, Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Whiteside, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
They're being assertive. Wiggins right now calling his own number off the pick and roll action.
Simons, the pass to Whiteside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Wiggins has got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Whiteside. Lots of room. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Warriors leading by 9. Wiggins outside. Back to Looney. Here's Wiggins, plenty of space. Gets an open look and hits. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Whiteside, no good.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
On the wing, Wiggins. He's got 10. Just 5 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Well, with the first overall pick in 2014, Wiggins has some pressure on him, but he has steadily improved his play.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams and what these individual players could be like. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. The pass to Nurkic. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And the shot goes in. Curry's got his third bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Anthony's checked in for Mario Hezonja. Curry against Lillard. Wiggins outside. Fires from the wing. No good off the front iron. Trailblazers trail by 17. McCollum finds Anthony. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Curry on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. Anthony on the wing. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Anthony. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Chris.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
The drive by Green. And the Warriors miss again. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. 19-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Curry with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Thompson, and he converts the layup. Thompson's got 7 points.
I think you have to appreciate the versatility of Klay Thompson's game. This guy not just an outside shooter now. He can get near the rack.
Lillard surveying the D. Portland again missing. And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists. That's all for now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Thompson. On its way from Curry for 2. Over Lillard. Curry gets the bucket. He's got 11.
This is where Steph Curry, that in-between game, that ability to balance the 3 and the drive with this space right here.
Lillard against Curry. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night. Down low, here's Chris. And Chris throws it down hard.
How about 6'10" with a 38-inch vertical? You do the math. That's a heck of a play by Marquise Chris.
Warriors leading by 19 points. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Anthony. It's stolen by Green. Thompson outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
You see, you've got to stay tight and contest Klay Thompson as much as humanly possible. You give him an inch and forget about it.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for Anthony. And the Warriors also making a change. Kevon Looney is checked in for Marquise Chris. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Simons. Great D that time from Curry.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Green, no luck. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. Whiteside kicks to Anthony. To the middle. Collins passes to Trent. Good, he hits the jump shot. Warriors leading by 19. Smailagic. Portland grabs the miss.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Rob. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Bowman. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Warriors lead by 21.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Trent gets the bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Simons. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Simons has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
And Poole gets it to go.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Trailblazers trail by 19. Outside Anthony. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the layup is up and in. Trent's got 6 points.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. 9 feet out, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Here's Whiteside. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Trailblazers.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, and his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating, because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
Chris with it. Lillard picks him up. Passes to Chris. Golden State moving it around. Here's Wiggins, and 2 free throws coming up on it. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Thompson inside the line. Offensive rebound. Green. Thompson in the corner. Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Thompson. Over McCollum. Green finds Thompson. And the Warriors miss again. Trailblazers trail by 19. Here's Anthony. Unable to get that one. Wiggins with some nice D. Here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
There's a competitive edge to Draymond Green's game that makes him willing to try to score it on the interior. That's pretty.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Got a piece of it. Shot's good by Anthony.
Oh, that could easily have been a three-point play. A little contact, Melo still goes right to it.
The pass to Chris. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Warriors leading by 21. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. Green. And Green is right there.
You simply must check Draymond Green out because this guy is going to hustle for every rebound.
Here's Anthony on target from 13 feet. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
They seem to concede that shot, and his response is, thank you very much.
And a deep 3 from Curry. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. Right side inside, guarded by Green, and stolen by Chris.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Here's Trent, covered by Lee. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
The first one falls. So for the Trailblazers, Gabriel's checked in, and it's Adams in for Anthony Simmons. And both free throws good for Lee. Here's Gabriel. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Lee outside. Pass to Bowman. The 3. No good from Lee. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Whittle finishing it off.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
That free throw from Lee is good. And so he hits both. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Horde. Pass to Azania. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Oh, all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Couple of weeks we've been talking with community members as well as 2K devs about NBA 2K21.
We've been asking the community members about what they're excited for with the new game.
As well as devs and asking them what we can expect. And here at 2K TV, we bring together the NBA 2K community as well as the NBA 2K devs.
That's right, so let's see what happens when we take gameplay direct.
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a sight to see. EA, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Green.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the center position. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best.
Oh, that was terrific!
Good. Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Fires the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Wiggins against Hardaway. And Wiggins throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Curry can't get it to go.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Thompson outside. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, you can see the confidence Doncic shoots the ball with, especially when he gets room to pull the trigger from deep. No hesitation.
And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Here's Thompson. Makes it off the glass. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. It's Curry outside. Draymond Green pulls it in. Doncic with the steal. To the inside. Curry with the steal. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And how about the decision-making of Curry? Not just a go-to scorer, also a skilled orchestrator who picks the defense apart with his passing.
Thompson inside the line. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Kleber, the pass to Curry. Banked in off the glass.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up.
Passes it to Green. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Wiggins has got 5 now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Curry. Inside, here's Porzingis, and it's Dallas with another.
You know, we talk a lot about confidence right there. Porzingis showed plenty of it.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Outside for Curry. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 3. And Doncic, here we go, in the dunk by Doncic.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Out to Thompson. Here's Pascal. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He put together quite a quarter. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
Pass to Poole. Shot clock at 5. Golden State moving it around. Three-pointer on the way. Good on the three-point shot. Poole's got himself on the board with 3 there. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, J.J. Barea is out there with Trey Burke. Then it's DeJuan Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4-man position.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Kicks it to Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Wright, the pass to Finney-Smith. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact, Clark, when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Here's Burke. Off target with his three. Golden State's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
What a play from Wiggins. Fantastic in out-picking the defense off the dribble. Bang!
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. And here is Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Down low. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
There's the lob to the hoop. 1:41 left in the second quarter. Here's Wiggins, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Hey, it's a simple game. Just take what the defense allows. Wiggins reads it, smooth with the mid-range stroke. Knock it down.
Now, here's Burke. Defense right on him. Here's the three. Not going to go that time. The Warriors go the other way. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that. Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Wiggins drives in. Off with the layup. Dallas has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Marjanovic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Goes up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Here's Doncic. No good on the quick three. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and 2 rebounds. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors leading by 5.
And you look at the development of how Clay has attacked the rim over his career. What was once a weak spot for him has now become a strength as his finishing improves every year.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Doncic against Thompson. And the call on the shot. It's sent, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
It's Curry outside. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Doncic feeling it out. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Green kicks to Curry. Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. 18 points for Luka Doncic. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. Not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Curry against Thompson. Up top, Porzingis. Lets it go with the 3. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 4 to the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
So both teams making some changes here.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Porzingis with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Hardaway. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Curry kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. From deep, Barea drills the three-pointer. Barea's got his first 3 points of the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Curry and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Yeah, making the right decision off the pick. There aren't many players better. Curry delivers again.
There's the pass to Porzingis. It's good from the top of the key. Porzingis has got 9.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He just wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Right, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
That gives him his second three of the half with 3 total for the game.
Curry from deep three-point land. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Barea. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Thompson.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas.
J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he's shifty, he's quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
Left side Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. DeJuan Wright is out there with Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Back to Curry. Pulls up on the wing. Up again. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And it's Seth Curry in for Trey Burke. Wright against Wiggins. And Wright kicks to Marjanovic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Wiggins out to the wing. Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Marjanovic down low. And he makes that one. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And another basket for Dallas.
He's becoming more comfortable in tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
Curry, good.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Marjanovic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Back to Curry. Out to the right wing. Curry with the steal. The dish to Wright. Here's Marjanovic. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Charity stripe shot and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Outside for Curry. On the wing, Wiggins. Headed by Porzingis. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Wiggins.
Tell you what, Kevin, somebody came to play and compete tonight. Wiggins has been bagging his groceries all game long.
Wiggins against Wright. Pass to Porzingis. Curry with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Curry way outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Now, Wright. From deep three-point range, misses the shot. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. I mean,
and nothing. Well, Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Chris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Leonard. Curry against Beverley. And the layup's good off the glass. Beverley's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, Beverley doing a good job of reading not just his defender, but the secondary defender in that pick and roll.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Well, Beverley showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Thompson outside, on deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Curry wide open. No good off the back of the rim.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Count that one.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
The 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Morris against Thompson. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard with no one around. That ball's nice feed that time from George. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, no. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Thompson against George. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins drives in, and he lays it straight in.
Now that's just called working within the offenses. Thompson unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision, and then sees the open man.
Now here's Williams. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse, craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6-man of the year candidate at Williams' age, without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. Thompson with the bucket.
This is why Klay Thompson is one of the best shooters in the league.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. It's blocked. They get it back. Morris kicks to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here's Looney. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
And it's tied up with that one. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams inside, working on Thompson. Left side Jackson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Tries a 3. It's not going to go for him. On the wing, Williams. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother, you know.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Green. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Shamet in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Shamet. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Poole, guarded by Jackson. To the paint, it's deflected. Taken away by Williams. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Pascal's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch.
everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option, and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Beverly against Thompson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Stephen Curry. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Curry on the wing. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Free throw line jump shot. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 8-point game. Coming off that loss against the Nets, hits the three-point bomb.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Now here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Jackson down low, guarded by Curry. And the Clippers miss again.
Still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the game with the Mavericks, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Leonard with the bucket.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his 2nd foul, but not the end of the world. 1 more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Marquise Chris.
Klay Thompson just never dwelling too long on a game where he might miss a couple shots or over the course of maybe a couple weeks when he's not in his best form. He turns it around pretty quickly, does Klay, and it's pretty impactful.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Beverly. Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 5. To the inside, Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Klay Thompson is tall for a guard, so you want to utilize any advantage you have. That time height came into play.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Thompson against Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So both teams changing it up here. Curry deciding where to go with it. 30 seconds left in the first half. And the Warriors miss again.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Outside Leonard. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Wiggins with it. Here's Curry with the three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during... And...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the three. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing for, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
Well, there's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Inside, they double-team Curry. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. JaMychal Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here's Curry. He's got 9. They need this. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Warriors trail by 12. Paul George with the steal. Shamet on the wing. Back to George. Launches a 3, and that one's good. Shamet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis, but his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
And here are the Warriors now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Pascal. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 4 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Warriors trail by 17. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Dives for it. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Now, Let's take a look at Paul George, some stats on him. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's right around 17 points a night, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Here's Pascal, following the score by Lou Williams. To end the cold streak, the putback. It's rebounded by Lou Williams.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now here's Williams. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Curry with the steal. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Good on the shot.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. It's stolen. To the paint. Here's Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 11 points.
Yeah, this is demoralizing, I think, for a defense. You want Steph to score on the interior, but that's too easy.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers ahead. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State, trailing by 17. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. And it's Green. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
Pass to Zubac. Jackson against Curry. The drive by Jackson, and there it is for him. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Here's Green, and he banks in the layup.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Williams against Wiggins. Pass to Looney. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Zubac, the pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Green kicks to Jackson. Jacks up a 3. And no good that time. Great D that time from Curry. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Williams against Wiggins. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside for Jackson. There's the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 11 points for Reggie Jackson.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Thompson, he's checked in for Looney. The Clippers also making some changes. Marcus Morris is checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Morris, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Green with the jam.
Draymond Green's going to be very excited about that play.
Here's George. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. And the Warriors making a change here. Chris is checked in. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader, truly a special player.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Chris is such a versatile big man. I like to see him whip the ball over and get it to an open teammate.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. The highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds, and do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
The pass to Beverly, kicks it to George. Back to Beverly.
Come on, man, take that.
George looking over the floor. He dishes it to Beverly. Wiggins against George. Passes to Zubats. Morris with the ball. Working on Chris. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Clippers lead by 13.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Mann, and the layup is good.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
That's a 2 from Lee. The putback, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Magruder. From deep three-point range, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We're so excited to have you back on the show, as always. But Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is Next Gen just going to be the same game, but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about is that, we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so they've done a great job just taking that game to the next level.
And that's Coit Tower, perched high atop television. And we've got...
Well,
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Curry. He kicks it to Thompson. Lets it go from deep, buries it from three-point range. Thompson's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Warriors.
Well, and Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a lot of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
Pull-up jumper. Collins grabs the miss. And Collins has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And even with the departures this offseason, the Warriors, Chris, are still a contender.
Yeah, and the Warriors knew that they couldn't keep the same roster. It just wasn't possible. But still, what a ride it was for the short time it lasted.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
Here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited for him.
Now here's Curry. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Shoots the 3. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Lillard. See, Webb, you think about McCollum as a point guard. His assists have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you want him putting it in the bucket. Who's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard? On another team, though, with the chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
They get it back. Nurkic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
And Thompson gets it to go.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And finished off by Nurkic.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Lillard kicks to Collins. It's tipped and stolen by Wiggins. Now the Warriors moving it up. Bobbed up there for Thompson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Passes it to Curry. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 9. Anthony kicks to McCollum. That one a little long.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Here's Curry following the score by Damian Lillard. Curry looking it over. Thompson for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
It's stolen by Green. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Cans it from downtown.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great deep. Blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far. He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Chris can't hit. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Down by 12. Nurkic finds Lillard. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. He tries for 3. That's good from Chris on the assist by Curry.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Shot to stop the run. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Warriors on top, up by 15. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
They've got Andrew Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Portland grabs the miss. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
Curry on the foul. Curry's got 8.
You better not lose track of Curry. I mean, you forget about him for 1 second, he'll find a way to hurt you, even on the offensive glass.
Pascal, the pass to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And Chris throws it down.
Like seeing that kind of sharp passing time for making sure they get the best shot possible.
Hezonja with the ball. 8 points his last outing. Here's Whiteside. To halt the run. And it's Simons missing. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to Brooklyn. Oh, good on the triple.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter, and it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Warriors leading by 21.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and 3-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on their offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Pass to Trent. The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. The free throw drops for Little. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate, but in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to put it away. His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D struggling to keep up.
Lillard against Curry. Lillard misses.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Curry on the wing. Covered by Lillard. From deep. Curry can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nurkic the pass to Little. Nails the baby hook. Little's got 5 points in the quarter.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Down low, deflects the pass. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Lets the three fly. The shot misses. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson along the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 13 points, 3 assists. And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
Yeah, Greg, and that's somewhat of a surprise. I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And Thompson launches it from deep. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Thompson against McCollum. Collins kicks to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony against Wiggins. Now the pass to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Warriors leading by 20.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Yep, that one goes.
Oh, what body control from McCollum. This guy is just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. The 3 from McCollum. Up again, and it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 6.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And the Blazers rely on their guards. in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Kicks it out to Collins. Outside Anthony. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Green, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 18. Outside Anthony. McCollum outside. Trailblazers keep it alive. Here's Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air. Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Jusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Pass to Whiteside. Back to Nurkic. Here's Trent. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Wiggins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 10 points for him. And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he's one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Here's Wiggins. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Smailagic. He's guarded by Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Looney kicks to Wiggins. Pulls it up. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 19. Here's Trent. Off target from 3-point range.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
The Trailblazers have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Outside Anthony from outside the arc. And it's Looney with the rebound. And here's Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
And so it's the Golden State. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
Wiggins is out there with Curry. And it's Pascal in at the 4-man position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Left side Adams. Here's Little. Nice form on the 20-footer. Warriors leading by 23. To the inside.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Now Adams. Over to the left wing. The wide open shot by Little. The open jump shot off the mark. And for the Warriors, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Just his first attempt. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Horde, covered by Lee. Tipped away. Lee with the steal. For the finish. And Lee with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Pass to Adams. Right block shot. He squares up and sinks it. Adams has got his first basket of the night.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And it's Portland with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Collins, good.
The rhythm and precision. Collins making the catch-and-shoot jumper look like easy money there.
Down low, stolen by Collins. Now here's Little. He's tightly guarded. Gabriel, the pass to Adams. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Wiggins, and the rejection by Collins. Here's Adams. Offline with his 3. And it's the Warriors' ball. Wiggins left side. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was.
Me too. Man, I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company, actually. So, no, I think they've done a great job kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Here's Gabriel, covered by Wiggins. Inside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 to shoot. Let's go. The shot, no good. And Golden State will come the other way.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And the Warriors making a change here. Lee outside. Pass to Bowman. Launches it. Knocked loose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets it go from 14. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. There's 25 seconds left in the game. On the wing, Lee. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.